All right, welcome back to the Mr. J Show. All right, thank you for all the new subscribers. Apparently people really like me covering Brian Ship and his nonsense. So today we're gonna watch the Jesse Lee Peterson interview. Funny enough, I used to watch Jesse Lee Peterson all the time, so I kind of know how the Fallen State goes. So it's gonna be basically Jesse, because Jesse basically asks a lot of the same questions, especially like on the hot seat. And like I said, I haven't watched it in a hot minute, but I remember it. It's funny. It's basically just going to be him asking the same question over and over, trolling him, because what Jesse Lee Peterson does is he asks a specific question and he wants like a yes or no answer. He doesn't want no in between. And what happens is if the people don't answer it directly, he asks the same question again, and he asks the same. And we all know that Brian is absolutely incapable of answering a fucking question straight. Probably shouldn't have cursed a minute and 20 seconds in. It'll be fine. Anyways, like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you want to see me make fun of this idiot more. Anyways, let's do it.
I am State.com. Cheese Cup.
Yeah,
JesseLeePeterson.shop. I have with me Brian Shapiro. He is a radio host for the Las Vegas KSHP radio station, 1400 AM and 107.1 FM. Brian, welcome to the Fallen State.
I'm a syndicated radio host.
Hi, Jesse. Good to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Right on. So, Brian, when I first started out, I was doing radio. Well, I did TV and then radio, and I was into radio until YouTube things started. How is the radio? Are you on YouTube and radio or just radio?
You know, I'm on FM and AM, but my larger audience is national, and it's because of social media.
Yeah.
You know, I have about 500,000 listens a day. That's Facebook, that's YouTube, that's X, that's TikTok. So even though I am...
He does not have 500,000 daily listeners. That's crazy.
On the radio, and it's nice to be on an FM AM radio station in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I think of it more as a podcast studio, even though I do a show live every day. 99% of my listeners and 99% of my callers are national. So I think of it more as a podcast, even though it is radio, if that makes sense.
Yeah, amazing.
There was a new debate out that he did like a day ago with that Rotten Tomato lady. I'm sorry, I don't know everybody's name in the space, but you guys know what I'm talking about? I'll have to look it up and put it on my to watch later for the show.
Yeah, I wonder, because I'm on radio in Memphis, Tennessee as well.
Because after this, someone requested that I watch Rachel Wilson debate the anti-natalism lady. So, yeah, leave it like stuff down in the comments of stuff you want me to watch as it pertains to this retard.
Wow. And radio doesn't seem...
I'll even watch, Rachel Wilson and Andrew Wilson things if you want me to. I think they're both very, very smart. I like their whole, I'm a big fan of Jake Rattlesnake too. Rachel is very smart, so is her husband, and I like the whole blood sports kind of debates that the Wilsons get into. It's a really cool, because they're respectful but they're a little spicy. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if there's anything else you want me to watch.
To be as popular, and I think the young people went to YouTube. The older people may have stayed with radio.
Yeah, I've been doing radio for 24 years, but 2 or 3 years ago, I made the switch kind of to doing YouTube and TikTok, and it's given me so many great opportunities. I mean, I do Pierce.
And this is I do Pierce Morgan regularly. I paused it at the right time. And what's funny is Jesse always does this. He asks like some really softball questions to really soften up the guests, and then he's just like troll city for an hour.
Morgan at least once, twice a month. I've done the Tim Pool show multiple times, and I do a lot of shows like this one. I do a lot of shows, not because I'm on radio, but because of the audience I get from YouTube.
I guess I can switch it to so you don't see my big giant head the whole time. I can just do this, right? Yeah. There you go.
So I'm very grateful for that.
What's important to you?
As far as what? As far as politics, or as far as what?
Period. What's important to Brian Shapiro?
My family, my parents, I love them very much. My friends. After family and friends, life is extremely short. So I want to do things that make me happy. I'm a big sports fan. I love good restaurants.
All right, sorry. No one wants to see his head that big.
I like going out and having a good time. But number one is family and friends. And then, of course, after all that stuff is work. I'm very passionate about my job. I'm very passionate about politics, as I'm sure you already know.
Yeah.
But I would put it in that order. My family and friends come first before anything else.
And are you, I know you are into politics, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I do. That's my job. Yep.
Yeah. And so are you conservative or
No.
Democrat, liberal?
Neither. I'm very anti-Donald
Lies.
Trump. I think the only person that you could find that hates Donald Trump more than I do is maybe Melania. I've been a registered independent my whole life. I didn't vote for Obama. I did not vote for Hillary. I lean to the left on social issues, and the more and more of Trump, the more to the left, I guess, maybe I go. But I'm a registered independent, and I just don't know how anybody could support Donald Trump at this stage of the game. I just don't understand it.
You know what? He keeps saying he's like a registered independent and that he's not on the left. I'm gonna make a video about my older brother has a YouTube channel too. I'm gonna make a video after I make this one, and I'm gonna show my brother, who used to be like a classic liberal, but the progressives went so crazy that he's more of a centrist now. I'm gonna show you what a classic liberal's response to the Rudy Giuliani being in the hospital and being in bad condition. And then in the same video, I'm going to contrast and show you how this retard went about it. And then you'll see a big difference on how people who are on the psychotic left and what were classical liberals, how far gone they are from each other now.
And before I get to him, did you support Biden and Barack Obama?
Yes. No, I did not vote for Barack Obama. I did vote for Joe Biden because it was an anti-Donald Trump vote.
Oh, that's the only reason you voted for
and
him?
I voted, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I mean, I can give you a lot of reasons why I don't like Donald Trump, but yes, it was more of an anti.
Sorry, my jacket for some reason is all screwed up and it's bugging me. If it's not set on there right, it'll bunch up.
Anti-Donald Trump than a pro-Joe Biden vote.
Really? That's amazing. Why do you hate the Great White Hope so much?
Great White Hope.
You know who
Well,
the
first
Great
of all,
White
I
Hope
don't
is,
The Great
right?
White Hope!
Yeah, I do.
And who is the Great White Hope?
Lesbians!
Well, it's not Donald Trump, I can tell you that.
Who is it then?
Who's the Great White Hope? You tell me.
Donald Trump. I thought you heard of the Great White Hope.
Well, I wouldn't consider anybody
him amazing.
A king?
They say, what manner of man is this? The wind and the sea obeys him. Some people call him king, and they hold rallies for him. Some people call him daddy, but I call him the Great White Hope. Amazing.
Well,
Amazing.
With respect, I'm going to be honest with you. Anybody who calls him a king is an idiot. He's a 34-count felon. He's a liable sexual abuser. He's a racist. He's a pig. He's cheated on every woman he's ever been with. He's in the Epstein.
Name the underlying crime, Brian. You say he's a 34-count felon. It's not true. Why? Because he didn't prove an underlying crime. What's the underlying crime?
Follows over 30,000 times.
But have you
The man
seen the
belong-
people call him king? They hold rallies.
Because there's a lot of people that are stupid in this country, that are ill-informed. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, there's a lot of people in this country. I talk to them every day. They're very ignorant people. They're stupid, and they don't understand this man is a con man, and he's given the biggest tax breaks to the top 1%. He's got us into an ill-advised war. He's a horrific human being. And by the way, the presidency isn't for a king. The president isn't a king. So anybody who looks up to him like the next Messiah is in a cult.
So when
I don't know what else to tell you.
When you see those people holding the rallies around the country, honoring Donald Trump, what do you think about that? And these people, these people like Democrats, they're liberals, they're radicals, and they still hold rallies calling Donald Trump king. What do you say to that?
Well, I went to those No Kings rallies, if that's what you're referring to.
Yes.
And there's a reason why his approval ratings are in the dumpster. There's a reason why he's fired a lot of people, because he doesn't know how to hire competent people. There's a reason why the midterms are going to be a bloodbath for Republicans. It's because Donald Trump is a failure. I mean, you tell me, what has he done positive here in this year and a half? What has he done good for the American people?
He shut down the borders.
Okay, so let's talk about immigration. Let's do one at a time. Let's talk about immigration. Do you think it's proper for somebody that's been in this country 20 or 30 years, that's a nonviolent?
This isn't your show. You don't get to ask the questions, Brian. Look at JLP's face. He's already like, man, what the? Can't wait for him to say, what a mess. I haven't watched him in so long, but I'm sure he still has all the same catchphrases because they're classics.
Criminal to be sent to an El Salvador prison with no due process. You're 30 years, that's a nonviolent criminal to be sent to an El Salvador prison with no due process. You think that's good immigration policy?
If they're here illegally and they commit a crime, absolutely. But if they're here illegally and they have.
Look, I know I look super. Oh, the camera's over here. I'm sorry. The camera used to be back here. I got a new desk. And now it's over here, so I got to get used to talking to the camera. Okay, I know that I look super, super white. That's because my mom was Mexican, my dad was white. I look like my dad. My other siblings have like olive-colored skin. They're a little tan. I took after my dad, but I'm only saying that to make a point. So like when I'm old, so this was back in like the late 80s, very early 90s or something. But when I was a little tyke, right, I would be at my grandma and grandpa's house. They're Mexican, my mom's parents. My grandpa in the late 80s, early 90s would scream at the news about illegals coming over the border way back then, because he was like, we came in the right way. So this whole like idea that people living here for like 20-30 years, that doesn't matter. They like us that came here illegally, we don't like illegals. It gives my family a bad name. The people who have come here legally, it basically is a slap in the face to all of the brown folk, like my family, that came here legally, you know. And not only did my grandfather and grandmother come here legally, but then also my grandfather fought in the Korean War. So yeah. Illegals need to be deported. Plain and simple. Even if they're great people, they're probably, most of them probably are, but it still doesn't mean you can break the law and come into the country. Guess what? I travel a lot. I've been to like probably 13, 14, 15 different countries. Guess what? If I don't have a stamp on my dang passport, did I lose my passport again? Anyways, you don't need a visual. If I don't get my passport stamped and I'm one day over, I'm getting arrested, then deported. In the case of Thailand, one time I was there and I overstayed by one day because I lost, because I just lost track of time, and there was like kind of a bar skirmish, and I was in the vicinity, and they were checking everyone's passports. They saw that I was a day over. They arrested me immediately, took me down to the station, started getting the deportation process already started. The next day I was on a plane, and they threatened to ban me from ever coming to their country again for staying over 1 day. True story.
Commit a crime by being here illegally, he should ship them back home. Do you agree to that? He should ship the illegals back?
But he's not doing that.
No,
Yeah, but
that's
he's not doing that.
I asked, do you agree that he should ship the illegals back?
Are you talking about violent criminals or non-violent criminals?
No, I'm talking about the people that
illegals,
are here
idiot.
illegally.
Yeah.
Should he
Yes, so
ship
I'll
them
answer
back?
that. I'll answer that. So first of all, let's start with violent illegal criminals.
I know,
100%.
but wait, just slow down.
I'll answer that by not answering it, by just evading the question. I mean, he's awful at this, dude.
I'll answer that. So first of all, let's start with violent illegal criminals.
I know,
100%.
but wait, just slow down for a minute, Brian. Brian, hold on.
That's like when he says, "I'll answer that, but before I do, I'm gonna say this."
Hold on. You agree with me that the Great White Hope should ship the ones that are here illegal back to wherever they came from, right?
Well, first of all, he's not white, he's orange. So let's be categorically correct. He's the orange. If you want to call him the orange, he's not even white. He's orange. Number two, I don't agree with deporting people that have been here, even if they're undocumented. If they've lived here for decades and they're nonviolent criminals and they have families here, there has to be some sort of pathway to citizenship for many of these people that are good people. And the Trump administration, so I guess the answer is no.
And
the Trump administration is breaking the law.
Slow down a little bit. We're going to get to all those issues.
Okay.
If somebody moved into your home illegally, and you were out of the country vacation or whatever, you came back, and they've been there for a year, and they appear to be good citizens, would you leave them? You would let them stay in your home?
Yeah, so I'll answer that. First of all, terrible analogy with respect. Breaking into somebody's home is a felony. Coming into the country illegally.
No, it's not. Is it? I only think breaking into a home is a felony if you do like so much damage worth of dollars wise, or if you break into it and you steal a whole bunch of stuff, or if you do a violent crime when you're breaking and entering. I think breaking and entering in general might be a misdemeanor. You're wrong, Brian. It's not a felony. You can fact check me. Let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that that's not a felony, right?
First of all, terrible analogy with respect. Breaking into somebody's home is a felony. Coming into the country illegally is a misdemeanor. No, it's not. How do you not know that?
It's breaking the law.
How could you do a show?
But
but how could you do a show and not know that? Hold on a second. You just said it's a felony to be in this country illegally?
But it's illegal to come into the country illegally.
Okay, it's a misdemeanor.
You agree to that, right?
I understand. It's a misdemeanor.
And what does a misdemeanor mean? Brian, it means it's against the law, which makes them criminals. Fucking idiot.
Why would you let them stay in your home if they broke into you?
I'm telling you, breaking into somebody's home.
He's spurging out already, bro.
It's not a misdemeanor. We're talking about two separate crimes. The answer is no. If you break into somebody's home, it's a felony.
9 minutes and 13 seconds in, and he's already spurging out, dude. That's crazy work.
If you come into the country illegally.
And what's crazy is it's just going to get worse. His spurging out, because this is like the beginning of Jesse just kind of going easy.
It's a misdemeanor. That's a false analogy you're giving me.
But they're still
Give me an example of a misdemeanor.
Brian, why would you let them stay in your home? They're good people.
It's a fair question.
So you want people held to account for breaking the law? Is that what you're saying?
I want them held to account.
Watch. This is where he's gonna talk about Trump.
for breaking
Okay,
into
what about
my.
a 34 count?
Hold on.
Then why
hold
would
on.
you?
I want them held to account for breaking into my
Yeah.
country illegally. Is that fair?
Okay. You want them held to account for breaking into your country illegally.
Yes.
You want people held to account for breaking the law, then why would you support a 34 count felon?
No, that's not the question, Brian. Am I wrong?
Well, you're contradicting yourself.
Am I wrong for wanting them to
Answer
be
the question,
sent back for breaking
Brian.
into my
Brian.
country illegally
Brian.
into America?
Not if they're deported illegally.
What?
Not if they're deported illegally. Are you aware of the guy who you support?
Brian, I
that
don't
you call
understand the question.
Well,
I'm
I
asking
understand.
You one,
I'm going to try
asking
to.
you one specific question first.
I'm trying to answer your question.
Am I wrong for wanting them to be and appreciating the fact that they're being sent back for breaking into the country illegally?
Yeah, I promise I'll stop pausing so much. I just want to thank you all so much for requesting this type of content, because I usually do like music content and I love doing it. I've been doing it. I've been doing it for 4 years. I have 70,000 subscribers, but my upload schedule has been kind of wonky lately because I just wanted to do something new, and this is a nice break away from the normal content I do. So it is a nice, I'm still going to be doing probably a lot of music content, but this is like giving me a chance to do something else on my show. Well, because when I get burnt out with music stuff, I just stop uploading. But since y'all like this, they like this kind of content also. Now when I get kind of burnt out on music, I can fall back on debate stuff, commentary. Heck, I might start debating people, who knows?
Is that wrong?
Oh, but thank you for, giving me another way to use my show, and it's cool that I'm getting into some new content.
The way Donald Trump is doing it is wrong. You're not describing it correctly.
It's
not that he's deporting these people back to their countries.
That's not the question, Brian. I'm
You're not
asking,
answering.
is it wrong?
Okay. So you're saying if they're deported by the law, is that what you're asking me? If they're being deported the right way, you're asking
Does he just not understand the fucking question?
me if I agree or disagree, or if that's okay?
I'm asking
is that what you're asking me?
Is it wrong to have them sent back to their country?
It kind of reminds me of when I was in the military, like when I was NCO and I was talking to a new private, you give them a specific task, and then they screw it up 10 times, and then you reiterate what you want, and then they screw it up again, and then you're like, do you not understand the question or the task? What are we doing? Do push-ups. Front leaning rest position, move, idiot.
Breaking into the country illegally. Is that wrong to send?
What I'm saying is he's like a dumb private. He's but he's like a middle-aged man like me, but he has private brain.
Them back.
If they are not seeking asylum, and if the Trump administration is not breaking the law, then no, that's not
the
legally
question,
wrong.
Not the question.
But the point I'm trying to convey to you,
Brian, I know we're going to get to your point.
I just answered your question.
Am I wrong?
Is
it wrong to send them back if they broke into the country illegally? They came here illegally. They broke the law.
And where are they sending?
Send them back?
And where are they getting
country?
sent back?
Is it wrong to send them back to their country?
If they're doing it that way, although I disagree with it.
I didn't ask you how they were doing it. I'm asking
legally.
I didn't ask you how they were doing it, Brian.
It's not legally wrong.
Brian, that's not the question.
It's not legally wrong. I understand. I'm answering your question. It's not legally wrong, but the way you're characterizing the question, you're making it sound like that's what the Trump administration is doing. And I'm telling you, in a lot of cases, they're not doing it that way.
It was just a simple question, man. I didn't ask if Donald Trump was doing it right or wrong. I asked you a simple question.
Then I will say it's not legally wrong for you to think that if somebody is
He still hasn't answered the question. Sorry, I'm just looking at how long it's taking him. He's
illegal in this country and they're being deported back to their country, not in a prison, then it's not wrong for you to think that way. No.
No, I'm asking you, is it wrong, Brian? Is it wrong or right to send them back to their country if they came into our country illegally? Is that wrong or right?
Again, if you're talking about,
I know if. I'm asking one straight up simple question. Is it wrong or right to ship them back if they came into the country illegally? Is that wrong or right?
Case by case basis.
No.
That's
came
illegally,
no.
Case by case basis. Yeah. I think it's wrong. I'll give you 2 examples. I think it's wrong if you've been in this country for decades and you have a family here to be deported, no questions asked. However, if you come into this country,
if they came illegally,
yeah, and if they've been here with families for decades, I think that's morally wrong.
No, if they've been here 100 years and they came illegally, and we just found them, they're still a criminal, and they need to be sent back and take their family with them. Am I right?
No, I think you're wrong. I'm answering your question directly. I'll tell you why I feel that way, but I think you're wrong.
Why? Why is it wrong to ship them back if they've been here 100 years? And we just found a criminal, and the criminal have a bunch of babies.
Yeah.
Why not ship the babies back with him?
Yeah, so first of all, I don't characterize human beings as shipments like a package. They're human beings. That's number one. Number two, if you're a
send them back.
Ship them back,
okay, yeah, but I wouldn't say it was a shipment like you're getting something on Amazon. They're human beings. Right. That's number one. Number two, do you understand that the man who you support that you call great white whatever, which I think is insane, by the way, with respect. Do you understand that he's breaking the law with these? Are you even aware that he's breaking the law by deporting people that are seeking asylum, that have filed the right paperwork?
Is he, though? Is he breaking the law by sending back illegals? Is he?
Don't you care about our Constitution? Don't you understand that the man who you support is breaking the law? They're deporting people, and it's illegal for them to deport people.
But Brian,
do you understand
according to all the let me answer. According to all the report, those people have been told what to say even before they come into the country to claim asylum.
They're actually it's actually been proven that they have been given scripts of what to say by the coyotes that get them to the border. And so Jesse's correct.
They were told to say that. They were, according to all the report, they were given cell phones, free cell phones. They were told what to say. So you can't trust that when under Joe Biden, they were told to say that. So the president cannot base asylum on that issue. Not at all.
What does it say in our Constitution, Jesse? What does it say in our Constitution about due process? Do you know what it says?
Illegal aliens do not get due process in our country.
Wrong.
No,
I cannot believe.
He's going to say that it says every person or something like that, which is an argument I hear. But when the founding fathers were like doing the making the Constitution, they weren't thinking about illegals at the time.
Okay, I'm going to read you verbatim off our Constitution, and then if I'm wrong, I'll pay you $1,000. How does that sound?
Hurry up.
Okay. In our
He
Constitution,
said hurry up.
It says any person has the right to due process. It does not say any citizen.
But it means any citizen, you retard.
Citizen. With respect, you don't know what you're talking about. That's what it says in our Constitution.
Right, we're not referring to illegal aliens, non-citizens of the country. They mean the people who are citizens of this country.
Jesse,
that does not apply to illegal aliens. Let me tell you where it's in my chat.
Jesse, I'm going to repeat what I just said.
Phone me my chat.
Jesse, I'm not sure you heard what I just said.
You did.
I just
said that any person. But the Constitution was not talking about illegals.
Jesse, the forefathers could have said any citizen. That's not what it says in our Constitution, which I'm trying to explain to you. It says any person. An undocumented immigrant is a person. They could have said any citizen. It literally says, quote, any person has the right to due process. That's not an opinion, Jesse. That's a fact.
And so
that's
you
what
think
it says.
That back in those days, the founding fathers were referring to illegal aliens? They didn't
The
even know that
founding
the
fathers
illegal was
could
gonna
have
come into our country like that, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't
So
know that.
our founding fathers, I'm telling you, our founding fathers could have said any citizen has the right to due process. That's not what they said. They said
Right.
any person.
You are
That's what they said.
You are assuming that because you think you want it to apply to non-citizens, and it doesn't.
What does any person? Okay, so tell me, what does any person mean? Give me that definition,
Any
please,
U.S.
Jesse.
citizen?
That's not what it says.
Yes, it is.
They said any. No,
That's
they
what
didn't
it
say
means.
U.S.
It
citizen.
doesn't say
That's not-
illegals either.
Okay, right. It says any person, which means whether you're illegal or not, you're considered a person.
That's
You're
your
making
interpretation
your
of
own
it,
definition and
idiot.
making up words. It
No,
says any person. That's what it says.
But where did you get the idea of illegal, non-citizen? Where do you get that from?
Where do you get? Wait, I'm sorry. What was your question?
Where did you
Say
get
that again?
when it says any person? Where did you get the idea that it meant illegal aliens?
The fuck?
Because a person can be legal or illegal. Are you really asking me this question?
I
It
am.
says any person. If they wanted to say any citizen, they would have said that. What is your problem with undocumented immigrants? Why do you have such an issue with them?
I don't personally have an issue at all. It just
Sounds
that,
like you do.
It's just that they're in my country illegally, and we're having to pay
Mm-hmm.
for them. We
Yep.
take care of them. We pay free phone.
So you
free
care
rent.
about an American.
Hold on,
so
let
you-
me ask you a question.
So
Hold
you
on.
care about.
Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yep.
We pay them rent, food, education, cell phones, health care. We're having to pay
true.
for non-citizens.
Not true.
Hold on, Brian.
What you said
Hold
is
on.
not true.
Hold on, Brian.
No, what you're saying.
We're
what
paying
you're
for
saying is not true.
and I know for a fact that it's true because I know many illegals, buddy. And so they're getting everything free, and we're having to pay for it. That's my issue with it only.
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
you
So
don't
two
have
things.
an issue with it? Why is that you do not have an issue
well,
with illegal?
let me just correct you. If you're talking about welfare and food stamps and Medicaid, if you're an undocumented immigrant, you don't qualify for government assistance. That's number one.
But they do get it,
Not
Brian.
true.
Brian, I just
Okay,
told
well,
you they
you
do
can-
get
you
it.
can-
I know for
And Democrat-run crap holes, they figure out a way.
a
You can
fact
say
they get
the-
it. And,
Okay, well,
and
you
can
can
thank
say
Joe
that, but that
Biden
doesn't-
and the Democratic Party for that.
Okay.
Correct.
You can say that, but that doesn't make it true. I'm just telling you what the laws state. Number two.
I ain't talking about the law. I'm not talking about the law. They're not keeping the law. They're breaking the law. And they
Okay, well, Trump is the president.
Are you
so
okay
Trump is
with
great.
us taking care of the illegal aliens?
Well, hold on a second. You seem to care about Americans first, right? It sounds like to me you want to take care of American citizens first. Is that a fair?
I want to
I'll
not.
ask-
I want to not have to
Okay.
pay for illegal aliens.
What about people that are struggling in this country, working paycheck to paycheck, that are legal citizens? Do you want to help them?
We're not talking about them. We're talking about the illegal.
Well,
are you
I'm just-
okay with
I'm
paying
just
for the illegals?
talking about hypocrisy.
Right. Are you okay with paying for the illegals?
Sure, I'll answer that. So first of all, I want to clarify, and then I'll answer your question. It is illegal for those that are undocumented.
Just answer the
to
question,
get government
man.
assistance. We're talking about food stamps and Medicaid. You can say
Well, you
know
need to
people.
tell.
That doesn't
You
mean
need to
anything.
tell the government that then.
Okay, well, it's illegal for them. They have to
But
provide
you
a
need
social
to let the
security
government
number.
know that because they
Okay,
don't care
well,
that it's
again,
illegal.
I'm just telling you what the laws are. Okay, and if you think people
But-
are breaking the laws, then you should talk to Donald Trump about that because he's
Right.
the president.
Are you
I'm a-
okay with paying for
yes, yes.
illegals?
So yeah, if a illegal, for example, gets dropped off at the emergency room and they need life-saving
That's not
care,
the same.
100%, I think we should be able to help them in that situation. As far as government assistance like welfare and food stamps, no, that's why it's against the law.
So you don't want to pay for their education?
If an undocumented child, well, first of all, are we talking about anchor babies? Who exactly are we talking about?
Brian, do you want to pay for illegal aliens' education?
I don't have a problem with that.
Do you
Don't
want to
have a
pay
problem
for
with it.
illegal alien housing?
Where are illegal aliens getting housing?
That's not the question. Do you want to pay for illegal alien houses?
You're asking me a question, and I don't even know if it's true that they're getting it. If they're getting housing, not
let's
necessarily.
say you don't know if it's true or not. Would you want to pay for it if you knew it was true?
With all the money that this country has, if they're nonviolent criminals and they're homeless, I think we should help everybody that's
So,
homeless, whether they're
Brian,
legal
you
or
would
illegal.
want to pay for illegal aliens housing.
Yeah, I think when you look at all the people in this country that are homeless, I think we should help all people. I don't have a
Brian,
problem with that.
do
I don't have a
you
problem with it.
you want to
I'm
pay for
answering you. No, I don't have a problem with it.
Brian, you
No,
want
yeah,
to
go
pay
ahead.
for
Pay for it.
illegal
Yes,
Brian, you want to pay
yes,
for illegal
yes,
aliens housing.
yes, yes. I
You
don't have
want
a
to pay
problem
for
with that.
their food.
No, I just told you they don't qualify for food stamps. So you're
I know
asking me
what
a
you said
question
to
that
lawyer. My question is, would you want to pay for illegal aliens food?
He doesn't understand that Jesse's asking him basically hypothetically. He's like, Jesse right now does not care about all the other BS. He wants him to answer the question that he's asking. Whether this is true or that is true, it doesn't matter. He wants a straight answer to his straightforward question. And well, Brian's being Brian.
I want to pay for everybody in this
How
country
about illegal
that's struggling.
aliens?
And
How about illegal?
yes, I would throw.
You
yes, I
want
would
to
have
pay
a,
for
I wouldn't have a
illegal
problem.
alien food?
See, here's my problem with this conversation.
Oh,
Brian,
You're talking about
answer the
answer
Brian,
my
question.
Brian,
I just
Brian.
did. I just said yes, but Jesse, you're not
And
letting me
one
respond.
last quick question about that. Do you want to pay for illegal alien health care?
I just told you if they're dropped off.
I didn't
at the
ask you
hospital,
about
we
the
should-
emergency
yes.
room. Do you want
Yes.
to pay for illegal alien health care?
Don't have a problem with it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's amazing.
Okay. Yep. Well, I think what you're saying is amazing because the man who you support has taken away Medicaid for 20 million
Back
American
to Trump.
citizens. Do you ever talk about that?
I'm not
Idiot.
aware that they've done that.
You're not aware. Oh, well, how could you be
I
talking
know,
to me about?
because I know people
Wait, hold
who,
on.
Brian,
Hold on a second.
I know
Jesse,
people who
Jesse,
are
hang
receiving,
on.
but we're talking
Jesse,
about
Jesse,
illegal alien,
Jesse,
Brian. We're
Jesse,
talking.
Jesse,
So
let me-
what you,
hold on a
Brian,
second.
hold on,
I just-
Brian.
hold on,
Brian, hold
Jesse,
on.
you're not letting me
referring
respond.
to the Obamacare. That's not.
No,
we're
I'm
not supposed to be
No, I'm
taking
not.
care of Obamacare.
No, I'm not. You got to listen to me, Jesse, with
Okay.
respect, okay? For the first 10 minutes of this interview, you're against helping undocumented immigrants with food and shelter. Okay, fine. We can agree to disagree on that. You're not aware what's in the big and beautiful bill. You mean to tell me when we're talking about American citizens now, you're not even aware that they're taking 20 million Americans off of Medicaid coverage and millions of Americans off of food stamps?
That's false. And it's really ironic for Brian to be saying, you don't know what's in the big and beautiful bill. Let me explain to you what Brian doesn't know. Are they taking people off of like food stamps and like SNAP? I mean, food stamps and SNAP and people off of Medicaid? Yes, but this idiot leaves out the part where the only stipulation is they have to work, I think it's like 15 hours like a week. Like you can't be an unemployed moocher off the government anymore. And 15 hours a week is not a lot of time. Like that's like 3 hours a day of your time. I spend 3 hours a day doing the show at least. And sometimes longer, depending on how long I stream. I mean, sometimes I stream for 6 or 7 hours. But what I'm saying is, Brian's wrong. He doesn't know the facts. All the Big and Beautiful Bill did, the Big Beautiful Bill said, you can stay on SNAP and food stamps, but you gotta work a little bit. Idiot.
How could you be a Trump supporter and not even understand that?
I am aware that they're against.
How could you be a Trump supporter? His emotional this is where it gets infuriating for me, because his emotional appeals piss me off because he just does them so often. He's like so emotional, like a female. No offense, females. Sorry, he's worse, but you know what I mean. He's very, very emotional.
Get rid of the Medicare thing for the Obamacare people because they been getting free and they didn't deserve it.
They're taking
And
20
I am
million
aware
US
that I am aware they're getting rid of it from the illegal, so I'm fine with all that. Are you?
You just said you're fine with 20 million of American citizens being taken off of Medicaid that are struggling?
I
You're
don't
okay
know.
with that?
I can't really discuss that
I'm okay with it. Get fucked. If you don't want to work, you don't deserve a handout.
because I'm not up on exactly how they go, and you may not tell me the truth about it. So I can't discuss that because I don't know how that go.
You support Donald Trump. You don't know. You don't know what's.
Brian, I do know that I don't want to be paying for Medicare or Medicaid or anything
But what about Trump?
for the illegal aliens, and I don't want to be paying that Obamacare thing because most of those people on those things are lazy people.
What's Donald Trump? Okay, you don't like Obama.
Correct.
Do you agree with
Fair
that,
enough.
Brian?
You don't.
Do you agree with that?
You don't like. Hold on. You don't like Obamacare. Can you tell me what Donald Trump's replacement plan is?
I don't know. You have to check with him.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guess what? He doesn't have a replacement plan. That's the guy who you call the Great White Hope.
And then if he doesn't, that's fine
Yeah,
too
he doesn't.
because, Brian,
What?
let's say that.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Let's say, Brian, let's say he doesn't. We are capable in America of taking care of ourselves. The less government
What?
in our life, Brian.
So we shouldn't have. So we shouldn't have
government
healthcare.
in our life. The less government in our life, the better off we are. We need a smaller government.
Okay, so let me get this
Do you
right.
agree with
All
that?
The U.S. No, I don't agree with anything you've said in this 15-minute interview so far.
Wow.
So let me be clear. All the American citizens in this country now, many of whom are struggling because of your Great White Hope rapists' policies, by the way.
Bro, how can he get away with just saying that word about the president? Like, that's slander. Like, he just... That pisses me off.
You're saying that none of these people should get government assistance, food stamps, Medicaid. You just think they should help themselves? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. We shouldn't help people that are struggling, living paycheck to paycheck because of your stupid president that you voted for.
Why is he screaming? Why is he... Brian, why are you screaming at Jesse Lee Peterson?
But when you're mistaken, Brian, these people are not, those people, whomever they may be, they're not suffering because of Donald Trump economic system.
Oh, they're not?
They're struggling because of Obama and
That's insane.
Insane. What's that guy's name? Biden.
Okay.
They were already struggling before.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Even, what does Jesse call? It's been so long since I watched him. Oh, he calls Obama the fallen messiah. Or he used to, anyways.
That's right.
Hold on, Brian.
Yes.
They were already suffering before the Great White Hope got into office.
All right. Let's talk about. Let's see if you know what you're talking about.
And now he's cleaning up the mess.
The mess.
Yes. Okay, let's see if you know what you're talking about. What was the unemployment rate when Joe Biden left office, and what is the unemployment rate now?
Brian.
Let's see if you have.
Brian.
No, don't Brian me. Just ask. I'm asking
Brian.
you. Answer my question.
At this
And
point,
Brian
I don't
me.
know.
Brian.
You don't know.
Brian.
To me.
No, what do you mean? The unemployment numbers aren't important?
No.
You're making the case. No, wait a second. You're making the case that the economy was worse off.
Bro is spurging, dude, to the max, and there's still a half hour.
Under Obama
It was,
and
Biden.
Then give me some stats. I'm trying to give you stats.
The gas prices was through the roof. Remember the people were complaining.
Oh my God.
Brian,
okay, let's talk about gas prices.
Remember, Brian, I want to move on to something because I want to ask you some other stuff. Remember how the people Hold on, Brian. Hold on.
Hold on.
Amazing. What a mess.
What a mess. There it is.
Ill-informed you are, but go ahead.
Brian, remember what a mess.
What a mess.
Brian, remember when under Biden the people were complaining about the egg prices and they were complaining about all kinds of prices under
How's
Obama.
inflation now?
And they would go to the store. Hold on a minute.
Yep.
And they would go to the store. There were even people stealing food from the markets under the Biden administration, and they didn't care if the workers saw. As a matter of fact, I have been in the store, and I've seen some blacks come in with backpacks under Biden, and they would pack those things with whatever they want, and they would walk out.
Correct.
And when the poor white manager tried to stop them, they would give him the finger. So I know
Okay, let's
that
talk about.
they were
Let's talk.
under Biden
Let's talk
because
about
they had
that.
permission to do it.
Right. So I'm sure nobody's shoplifting now under Trump, but let's talk about that inflation number for a moment.
No, he's talking about the massive groups of African American males and females that would. I'll give the analogy that I know because I saw it because I have a sneaker collection. So I go to Nike. There'd be like 10, 15 black kids, right? They'd run in, grab it would be like in a second. They'd grab all the Nike clothes and shoes they could, throw like right off the thing, and they'd run out the door. Same way with like I've seen what are they called? iTunes store? Apple stores. They run in, grab all the iPads and iPhones, and run out, like in and out in like 20 seconds. That's why when you go to Walgreens, everything's locked up behind everything, is because of what Jesse's talking about.
I don't have time for all that. I gotta move on.
Of course you don't. Wait, hold on. 20 seconds. You have 20 seconds. Okay. Can you name me, other than eggs and lettuce, what in the supermarket has dropped since Trump took office? Can you name me some other items?
Repeat that again.
What items in the supermarket, other than eggs and a few vegetables, can you name me any other item in the supermarket that has not gone up since Trump took office?
Well, they're coming down because they were already
What's coming down?
They were already
What's coming down? Tell me.
And so in order,
you're not answering.
Cereals and things like that.
No, it's not.
Corn
No, it's
flakes
not.
and things like
No,
that.
it's- no,
but
it's
Brian,
not.
let me tell
You
you
don't know
this.
what you're
Hold on,
talking
Brian.
about.
Hold on. Don't worry.
You're saying things that are false.
Brian, don't worry. They're coming down. No pain, no gain. So the
Don't
people
worry.
only have to suffer a little while longer, and everything's gonna be fine. Because the
What a gay laugh.
have to suffer a little while longer, and everything's gonna be fine.
What an idiot. Oof.
Because the
He's been in
president
office.
is Brian. The president is cleaning up a mess.
So let me just start by saying this. You don't know what you're talking about. Every single price is up in the supermarket since Trump took office. He's been in
It was
office a
already
year and a
up.
half.
Yeah, exactly. What Jesse just said, it's already up. You want to know why? Because I lift weights, work out every day, and I eat healthy, which means I don't eat out. I don't get DoorDash or whatever it's called. I prepare all my meals. All of them. I cook everything. And so I go grocery shop. I'm in a grocery store like once a week because I buy fresh ingredients for what I cook. So my mushrooms and all the other stuff that I cook with, they have a shelf life because it's not processed food. Now, sure, maybe if I was getting a bunch of like box dinners or whatever, processed stuff, maybe yeah, those would be more expensive, but I eat like a king for hella cheap. Mostly because I know how to cook, but yeah, stuff is not as like, take for example, I can get a thing of ribeye steaks. It's like this big. It's like thin sliced ribeye. I make beef bulgogi out of it. It's like $30, and you get like it's huge, and it lasts me the entire week. Now, to be fair, it is just me. I don't have other mouths to feed, so there is that.
No, that's not news. It was already up.
You're not listening. It's gone up higher since he took office.
No, it hasn't.
Are you listening to me? You don't know what you're talking
Brian,
about.
Brian, some things have only because we're cleaning up this mess with Iran. But don't.
It really just depends on what you're buying at the supermarket as well. Over processed garbage is going to be more expensive. If you buy a bunch of fresh stuff and you cook it within the week and you eat it within the week, fresh stuff is generally cheaper than processed garbage.
Don't worry, all that coming back. The stock market is up and down right now, so don't worry, it's coming back.
We're cleaning up this mess in Iran. It's costing us $2 billion a day.
Brian,
what have you accomplished in Iran?
Brian,
what have we accomplished?
It's like marrying a woman who already had children. And so she already hated her first husband. She got all these children you got to take care of. So you clean up the mess first, and then things start to get better. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We went into a war and we shouldn't have been in one. It was an illegal war. Do you know how much money it's costing Americans?
Was not illegal. They actually tried using the War Powers Act. I think it was twice. Failed to pass.
Per day? This war is. Do you know?
Then they tried to. Use the whole. It's been going on for 60 days, so now you have to make a new resolution. Not true, because there's been a ceasefire for, I don't know, what, several weeks at this point, while they've been blockading the Strait of Hormuz. Like, we haven't sent missiles, I don't think, into Iran in weeks, right? Ever since Trump threatened to bomb the bridges and the power plants, we haven't done anything.
Any idea it's costing us $2 billion a day? Or are you unaware of that?
Right.
This war is costing us $2 billion a day.
Who cares?
Right. Don't worry. It'll get better.
You want to complain about Obama and Biden?
What is that laugh, bro? I've never heard him do that, but he needs to stop because it's...
But yet you keep saying, don't worry, it's going to get better.
Because the president he's cleaning up a mess right now.
What has he cleaned up?
Look how they're fighting him. They're trying to stop him from deporting illegal aliens.
What has he cleaned up?
Everything that the Great White Hope has done and is doing, he has major opposition from the Democratic Party.
What has he cleaned up? Tell me what he's cleaned up.
Hold on, Brian. Hold on. The Democratic Party and the liberals and things like that. But in spite of all that, he's enduring and he's taking care of it. What do you have? What are your issue with what the president is doing concerning the oil situation and protecting us from Iran? What's your issue with that?
First of all, he hasn't protected us from anything. Number two, there's not a new regime.
What's your issue with that?
I'm telling you, I can give you 20 different things. Just listen.
No, you can't.
He said, first of all, it was about regime change. There is no new regime. There's a more radical
They're all
regime
dead,
in place
Brian.
now. Okay, listen.
They're dead.
You don't know what
Did you hear that they're dead?
Are you going to? Okay, you got to let me finish.
Did you hear that they're dead?
Did you hear that the Ayatollah's son has taken over?
Brian,
did you hear that there's more younger?
Brian.
Did you hear that the Ayatollah got his face blown off in one of those airstrikes, and he can barely walk and he can't see? Brian, did you know that? Brian?
Hold on, Brian. Did you hear that they are dead?
Who's they? Who's they?
The leaders of Iran, the leaders and all their mama and everybody.
Yeah, that's not true. No, so I need to speak slowly, and hopefully you'll understand.
You don't know that the leaders of Iran are dead?
Jesse, the Ayatollah's son
Brian,
is now
Brian.
in control.
Brian, that's not the correct. Brian, listen to me. Hold on. Calm down. You don't
I'm
know
calm,
that.
But
amazing. You don't know that the leaders of Iran, before this so-called son got in there, we don't know where he is right now, but you don't know that they're all dead?
So the Ayatollah
are they dead?
Members, you got to let me finish the sentence. The Ayatollah and members of his regime are dead. What I'm trying to explain to you is that the new regime that has taken over is more radical. They've closed the Strait of Hormuz. They are not willing to negotiate with J.D. Vance. That's why the war continues. They broke a ceasefire. This is not an opinion. And the fact that you don't know that, as you keep saying, amazing. It's amazing that you don't know any of this stuff.
But Brian, they're over there right now. They're taking over the Strait already.
They are?
So
is the Strait open right now?
Yeah.
Is it open? Who's in charge of the Strait right now?
1 or 2 ships coming through, but don't worry. Let me ask you this because of time.
Well, hold on a second. The Strait is closed. Are you not aware of that right now?
It's not closed. It's closed.
Yes, it is.
The president is over there now cleaning up all the mines under the water there.
Who's in? No,
don't worry, Brian. It'll be fine. You're going to be happy.
Don't worry, it'll be fine. You just want to blame Democrats.
In some of the states in the United States, the oil prices are already down. And just in California and the blue states are where it's through the roof. But Brian, hold on. Brian, calm down.
Wait.
We got to move forward, man. Calm down.
Everything you say is not true. Do you know that oil is up 50% in the last month? You don't know what you're talking about. How could I have a conversation with someone when everything they say is factually not true? I'm trying to be respectful here. You keep saying amazing. What is it like supporting a liable sexual abuser? The Great White Hope, right? You said?
Brian.
What is that like?
Brian, let me move on to the other thing. You're my guest. Yeah. Hold on.
I bet you do want to move on. Okay, go ahead.
We want to deal with, you want to, for some reason.
Oh, you really got him there, didn't you, Brian?
Everyone has a personal life, but you want to be personal with this man for some reason rather than his job. You're not going to be able to hire anyone to run the country that don't have a personal past life or whatever life.
Nothing
you
I have
President Trump to do a job.
Yeah. Yep.
You didn't hire him to find out who he's been screwing or not.
Yeah.
So stay out of the man's personal life. But,
okay, so screwing somebody.
All those guys that have been president have personal lives. Are you concerned about all their lives like that? Brian, hold on.
Hold on.
Brian, hold on.
Let me answer.
Brian, hold on.
Let me answer.
Calm down. Give me a yes or no because of time here. And I have so many other things I want to ask you about. Are you as concerned about all of the other presidents' personal lives? Yes or no?
I'm going to answer. Please don't interrupt me.
You mean yes or no?
I would be concerned. You got to let me answer, dude. Really, seriously. I've done like 500 interviews here in the last 6 months. I've never done an interview like this before. You got to let me answer.
That's because someone's finally holding you to account of your nonsense. He wants a yes or no answer, and you're upset that for once in your life, someone's saying, "No, Brian, shut up, answer the question. This is my show." The same way he does on his stupid radio show. What does he say? Pot him down, pot him down, pot him down. Idiot.
I am concerned with anybody who's a liable sexual abuser. That's
you've been concerned about all of the other presidents' personal life.
Is Obama ever been accused of rape? That's not what I asked you,
Brian.
No, but you don't want to answer
Brian,
that, do you?
I don't know. I don't care. I'm not concerned.
You don't care.
So
you don't care if the president.
Hold
on a second.
Brian.
No.
I hired them to do it.
Jesse.
Brian.
You don't care. Jesse.
Brian, I hired them to do a job for me. I don't hire to find out who they screwed.
So you'll hire somebody to do a job even if they're a rapist and you don't care? You're despicable.
Brian.
How do you make a statement like that?
Brian.
He's laughing at him. Great.
To find out who they screwed. I hired them to find out who they did a job. But Brian,
I want
to ask you some more questions, man. Because of time, Brian. Calm down.
Why don't you answer my questions?
Because I'm not your guest. You're my guest today.
Yeah, I know. I understand
that. Hold on then. Hold on.
It's not.
No, Brian, I want to ask you some other issues, all right? Abortion. Are you for abortion or against it?
I'm for the right for women to choose. Yes, I'm for the right for women to choose.
Is abortion right or wrong?
I think that's a choice not for you. I think your choice to tell a woman what to do with her body is wrong. So I think you're wrong.
Is it right or wrong for a woman to kill the man's child in the womb?
Yeah. First of all, I don't think of it as a killing. It's called an abortion. And I just told you I'm pro-choice.
And so you.
Well, what happens? Does the baby live or does it not live?
You think it's okay for a woman to kill the man's child in the womb?
Again, you use the word kill. I say it's fine to have an abortion.
What other word does he want him to use? I mean, I guess he could say unalive, but that'd be a little gay. It's like, it's what it is. You have something that's living. It's gonna be born in 9 months. But what happens when you go up there and
it's the woman's choice to do so. I've answered that now 5 times.
You say you want your wife to kill your child in the womb and you not have anything to say about it?
So I can't be more clear, and I'll answer your question now for a 6th time. I am pro-choice, and I believe in the woman's right to choose. Are you going to ask me again?
No, I'm asking somebody else different about that. I don't know if you're married or not, but if you were married and your wife was pregnant with your child and she wanted to kill your child, would you be okay with that?
Again, I don't consider abortion and characterize it the way you are, so I will now answer it for an 8th time. And for somebody that has a lot of questions, it's really weird you asked me the same question 8 times. Whether it's my wife or girlfriend or any woman in the United States of America, unequivocally, I believe in the woman's right to choose. I can't be more clear than that, whether it's my friend or my wife or my girlfriend or anybody. And I don't want people like you telling women what to do with their bodies.
That's amazing.
I can't be more.
Brian,
I think your opinion's amazing.
Brian,
I think you're amazing. You're amazing.
Brian, were women created to lead
or to follow?
I think every person is different, and you can lead or follow if you would like. And I don't care whether you're a man or a woman.
No, the question is, were women created to lead or to follow?
Were women created to lead or to follow? What are you trying to make a judgment on why women were created?
No, I'm asking you, were women created to lead or to follow?
I believe human beings, both men and women, were created so that they can live their lives and be who they want to be without people like you telling women what to do.
No, that's
How about
not
that?
the question, bro. That's amazing.
No, but that's my answer. That's my answer. That's amazing. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing that I don't want to tell women what to do.
Were women created to lead or to follow?
I will answer the question again, whether you're a woman or a man.
I didn't ask about the men.
I believe,
we know that men were.
Okay,
men were created to lead. And I'm asking you now about the women since they're.
So Jesse, you don't think women can lead? Is that what you're saying?
I asked you, were they created to lead?
And
Brian?
I'm asking you.
Brian.
I'm asking you. You don't think women can lead?
Brian.
No, Jesse, answer my question. You don't think women can lead?
Answer
my question.
So, Brian.
Yeah, and you're asking stupid questions.
Brian.
You're asking stupid questions. You don't think women should be allowed?
You see him keep looking at the producer. It's so funny.
To lead?
Brian,
answer my question. Yes or no?
Were they created by God to lead?
Who works there still? I know Joel left.
Lead or to follow?
I'm not God. I'm not God. I don't know, and neither are you.
I didn't ask
Do you
if
think
you
women
were
should be
God.
allowed to lead? Yes or no? I
Would
think
you
they
ever-
can lead if they want to.
would
That's
you-
Is the hate report still a thing? I'm gonna have to start watching Jesse Lee Peterson again because I'm way behind on all of his antics, and I really enjoy his content.
You ever
them.
follow a woman?
I don't have a problem with any woman leading. I'm answering your question. Now answer mine. Do you have a problem with a woman being a leader?
Yes.
You do. Okay, so you're a misogynist.
Yes.
You're a pig. No.
Women were
Amazing.
created
Amazing.
to-
So let me get this right.
Right.
Jesse doesn't think women should lead. You're a
Right.
misogynist.
No.
You're a misogynist.
It's not in
Yes,
their
you are.
nature to.
Isn't that the pot calling the kettle misogynist? I said that wrong, but you know what I mean. Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? Didn't he tell Rachel Wilson to go make a sandwich like 5 times during his debate? Like, what are we talking about?
Lead, Brian.
Oh, who the hell are you to say that women shouldn't be allowed to lead? Do you?
Bro, look how pissed he is.
Nature to lead, Brian.
Oh, who the hell are you to say that women shouldn't be allowed to lead? Do you realize what an idiot you sound like?
God didn't create them to do that. But are you?
How the hell do you know? How the hell do you know what God did?
Are you
You're
a
not
Christian?
God. Wait a second. You don't think women should be allowed to lead?
No.
What the hell is wrong with you?
No.
You're a misogynist. Do you have daughters?
It's not in their nature to lead.
I know plenty of women, and it's definitely in their nature to
No,
lead.
it's
There's plenty
not.
of women that I know.
No.
Well, then you're a misogynist. Then you're
No, he doesn't understand the religious framing that Jesse's using, because Jesse believes that the order of God is oh man, I'm probably gonna botch this, but it's like God over man, man over woman, woman over child, and child something like that. That's the framework that Jesse's coming at it from, but this idiot doesn't understand it, so he's just spurging out and getting more angry because he doesn't understand the question.
a misogynist piece of shit. I don't know what else to tell you. You can laugh.
Brian, would you ever follow a woman?
I'm sorry, would I ever follow? What do you mean by follow? What does that mean?
Would you
follow
ever
in what
follow
way?
a woman?
In what context? What are you talking about?
Any contest.
Look at the veins on his neck popping out, bro.
Follow in what way? What
Any
are you
way at
talking
all.
about?
Any way at all.
I've had professors that are women. I know women in radio that are really good, that I look up to, that I think are really good radio hosts. There are talented women all over the world. And for you to be a middle-aged man and to say that women shouldn't be allowed to lead makes you a moron. You're a bigot. Do you understand that? You're a bigot.
Are you a Christian?
Don't Brian me. It's none of your business what religion I am. It's
okay,
irrelevant
you have
to
a
this
right not to respond to that. You're absolutely right.
Women, so hold on. So women shouldn't be leaders in any business. They can't be politicians. They shouldn't be teachers. Women can't lead in the workforce. Is that your opinion? I just want to get you on record as saying this.
Yes.
Women shouldn't lead.
You're absolutely right.
Well,
Yes.
Well then you're a misogynist. You're a misogynist pig. You're an embarrassment to this country. No wonder why you support Donald
Brian,
Trump.
Listen to
no
this.
wonder why you support Donald Trump.
Brian, let me tell you this. Hold on, Brian. Brian.
What a mess.
What?
How the hell do you,
Brian, listen. Do you believe in the order? Do you believe in the order of God?
See, here it is.
I'm not an extremely religious person, so I'm not going to get into a conversation with a bigot about God, okay?
I want you to know the order of God is
God
God in
over
Christ.
race.
I don't
Christ
care what your opinions are in God. I don't care.
Hold on, Brian.
Man over
Christ
woman.
Over man over woman, and women over children.
Yeah, I don't care what your opinions are on religion or God. You just said women shouldn't lead, which makes you an idiot. But go ahead and ask me another question.
You believe
You're
in
laughing.
That? What do you think about the order of God? Oh, you're not religious. Okay.
Yeah, stop asking me questions about God. You don't think women should control their own bodies. You don't think women should be able to lead. You probably think women should be in the kitchen, right? Are you one of those idiots that think, right?
They should be in the kitchen, pregnant and barefooted, is what he's gonna say, right?
Think women should be in the kitchen. They
pregnant, barefoot, and cleaning the house and watching.
He is still the same awesome dude from like 3 or 4 years ago. Amazing. This is good. I'm glad you guys told me to watch this because I haven't watched JLP for a while, bro. But he's still hilarious.
Over your children.
Okay, well, guess what?
Unless they
I think
have
you
to
should
work,
be in the house.
Unless they have to work. You know, some women have to work, of course, go to work.
So a woman shouldn't be able to.
If they're married, they should be home raising the man children.
Okay, so what if the woman doesn't have children? She should be allowed to have her own career, or are you against that too?
If she does have, absolutely, she should have her own career. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, but you just said they shouldn't be allowed to lead. You just said she shouldn't be allowed to lead.
You're conflating two things that aren't the same thing. A woman going out and working, getting a job, having a career because she's childless and manless is different from leading. Like, what are you talking about?
You just said all women shouldn't be allowed to lead. So
no,
which
I
is
said
it?
They were not created to lead.
Oh, jeez. All right, so a woman should be able to have the choice, right? Whether she wants to work or not. Can we at least agree on that?
If she's not married, yes.
Wait, if she's married even if she's married with kids, shouldn't she be allowed to get a babysitter so she can work?
No.
Oh, she shouldn't.
No.
So if a mother has kids, she can't.
I'm sorry, but I'm under the opinion, and I might be in the wrong here, but I don't care because this is my show. But I think it's kind of... I'm trying the best way to say this, but it's my opinion that basically other people shouldn't be raising their own children. I don't believe in getting a babysitter or daycare because you don't know what kind of outside influences are going to overcome your child's mind at a very young age for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. They're going to have all this outside influence that should be coming from the mother. Basically, I'm against people raising other people's kids. It's that came out wrong because if you marry like someone who has had children in a past marriage, like that's fine. But what I mean is like getting a babysitter is not the way to go.
Can't work.
Not
She
if she's
can't hire a
married.
babysitter.
Not if she's
So-
married.
What about if I said that about a man? If a man is married, he shouldn't be allowed to work. He should be.
Plus, isn't hiring like a babysitter that watches your kid like 5 days a week? Isn't that hella expensive?
Home. What would you say to that?
And that would
You'd
be a
probably call
beta
that-
male.
Right. Well, that would be a crazy thing to say, and I would never say that. My point that I'm trying to make, Jesse, amazing as you would say,
Beta.
is that you want to tell all women what to do. If a woman, guess what? If you're married to a woman,
That's
and you
God's
want
order,
your
Brian.
wife-
That's not me telling them that. That's
No,
come from God.
You have no idea whether God exists or not. So don't preach to me your bullshit, okay? You
let
don't
me-
know any more than I do whether God exists or not. So don't
I
preach to me
know
your
for
religious
a
bullshit,
fact,
okay?
and without a doubt, there is a God. I know that without a doubt. But Brian, let me ask you this
Okay,
because of time. Hold on.
No,
Calm
you
down.
don't. You don't know
wanna talk
any
about
more than
God,
me
so
whether
we need
there's
to
a God
move
or
on.
not.
Hold on, Brian.
How much time? Okay, he's not gonna put him on the hot seat yet, so he's got more questions.
Does racism exist?
Oh, someone in the comments section brought this up. Something about he says. Someone said in the comments section that he calls MLK a zero or a loser, and that's when this is when he totally spurgs out.
Move on. Hold on, Brian. Does racism exist?
Are you really asking me that question? Is that a serious question? Are you a
Yes.
serious host? Did you just ask me if racism exists?
Right.
That might be the dumbest question in my 24-year
And what's the
career
answer
that
to the
anyone's asked
dumbest
me.
question?
Yes, Jesse. There are people that judge other people based on race.
And
yes,
what is
Jesse,
your
they're out
proof
there.
that racism exists?
Do you not have any black people that are friends of yours? Is that a serious question? I mean, is this a serious program?
Brian, I have a
You're
whole
asking
bunch
me-
of
you're-
black friends. Black people. My family
Okay,
is black.
well, I ho-
Everybody black. My children
I
are
ho-
black.
So you mean to tell me that you don't think racism exists in society? Is that what
Where's
you're
your
about to say
proof
next?
that racism exists?
The Trayvon Martin case,
What about
which you
it?
probably don't know of. I could talk about the.
That has nothing to do with racism.
Nothing to do with race. Okay. So how about Tim Scott, since you're a Republican, I would imagine, a MAGA mushroom gobbler? When Tim Scott says he was pulled over.
Why is he always talking about gay stuff? He's always talking about mushroom gobbling. Like, I think he's like saying the quiet part out loud that he doesn't know it.
10 times because of the color of his skin. Was he lying? You don't think in our justice system racism exists, or the people that are chased around in an electronics store just because of the color of their skin, or the hate crimes that have been committed by white people? Do you know who Ahmaud Arbery is? Do you have any idea who Ahmaud Arbery is? No, you probably don't. You're probably
Brian,
ill-informed.
calm down for a minute. I want to respond to you about the
I
Tim
have
Scott.
a black. I
Ahmaud Arbery wasn't a hate crime.
have a black man who doesn't think racism exists, and I am astounded by your stupid question. But go
Brian,
ahead.
I want to respond. Maybe, I don't know. I remember hearing that Tim saying police stopped him before. Tim Scott said that. But that's not
about Ahmaud Arbery?
racism. That's not racism. That's not an
Racially
example.
profiling is racism.
No such
Racially
thing as
profiling
No, that's
is
not
racism.
racism, Brian. That is,
Racially
first of all, I do
profiling.
want to tell you on record.
Is he crying? What a beta male.
I want to tell you on record.
Well, I put my hands in my face in
No,
my hands.
Brian, there's no such thing as racism.
Tell that to Martin Luther King and his family.
Where's Martin Luther King now?
Dead. I rest my
He's
case.
dead.
I
What about
rest my
slavery?
case.
Was that racism?
I rest my case.
What about slavery?
Brian.
What was slavery?
He is the same as he was 4 years ago, dude. I love it.
Hold on, Brian. Let me tell you this.
Jesse, what was slavery?
Brian, it wasn't racism, that's for sure.
What was slavery?
It was.
Oh, really? It had nothing to do with the color of their skin?
No.
No,
Not
you
at
are
all.
just the most ignorant
It was,
No, it was blacks, African blacks who sold already enslaved African blacks to Muslims, and then Muslims sold them to Europe and the United States. So blacks sold blacks into slavery to the Muslims, and the Muslims with ships brought them to the West.
About the economy.
I've ever talked to in my life. So wait,
Brian, hold on. Calm down.
it was about the economy. So
Brian.
why couldn't you own white people?
Brian,
White people have been slaves?
What you're saying is so offensive.
white people have
so
been
slavery
owned.
had
White
nothing
people
to do
been
with race?
enslaved too.
And black people own slave. Now, and it wasn't anecdotal. There was something like 4,000, around 4 or 5,000 black slave owners. Look it up.
Slavery had nothing to do with race. Is that what you're claiming right now?
There were black people in this country who owned slaves.
Mm-hmm.
Black people that own other black people as
Did
slaves.
slavery?
Was that racism?
Did slavery?
Was that racism,
Did
Brian?
slavery had nothing?
Brian, was that
black
racism?
People owned black people.
When black people had slaves
What
in
black
this
people?
country.
He doesn't even know. He literally just said what black people own black people. Oh my God, he claims he debate preps, but like, what prep does he do? Because
On black people.
Brian, when black people had slaves in this country, was that racism?
When did that happen?
Was it racism, Brian?
When did it happen? Tell
Brian,
me
was it
the context
racism?
of what you're talking about. When did?
during slavery, idiot. What the time period you've been talking about for the last 10 freaking minutes?
Answer my question, and then I'll answer yours. When did it happen?
Brian, when slavery
You
was
have no
in
idea.
existence.
You don't.
Exactly.
It
when
didn't
slavery.
happen.
Yes, it did.
didn't happen.
It
You have
didn't-
no
it
idea
didn't.
what you're
fact
talking
it
about.
did.
So-
I
no,
know
it
for a fact. Was
Yeah,
it
okay, you're
racism,
right.
Brian?
So black people were responsible for slavery. Yeah, that's a very
That's not what he said.
intelligent.
No,
take.
it
Very
was the
intelligent.
Arabs.
The Arabs. Okay, what did I say? Muslims? Same thing, I think.
Like,
There was the Arabs who went over to Africa.
Oh no, Arabs would be their ethnicity. My bad. Muslim would be their religion. So yeah, so the African blacks that were enslaved by blacks were sold to the Arabs, and then the Arabs shipped them over here.
Brian. It was the Arabs who went over to Africa and bought the black people from other black people in Africa.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
the Arabs sold them
Arabs-
across the country to
Yep.
to Mexico, to United
Yeah.
States, and to
Jesse,
other places.
Jesse.
So it wasn't what you're saying.
first
man.
of all, Jesse, Arabs are not black people. Just got to give you a heads up on that one
But
because
they're
you're
the
not
ones
what he
that
said.
sold the blacks.
okay. You just said black people own slaves.
There
and
were
you're-
black
you're-
people in America who owned slaves.
4 or
buddy.
5,000.
Okay, so you're saying racism doesn't exist? Is that
Right.
the point you're trying to make?
No,
you don't think
I
racism
know
exists
for
in
a
this country?
fact, and
Yeah.
without a doubt, there's no
Yeah.
such
Because Jesse grew up during Jim Crow laws. He used to say all the time, right?
thing as racism.
I feel like you're the black version of Alex Jones. I feel like that's who I'm talking to right now. I feel like you are out of your mind. I know you've had some health issues, and I'm trying to be respectful, but this
Health
is the
issues.
most ridiculous.
That's like his ad hominem stuff. It really, like, I'm trying to stay cool because I don't like getting angry on my show, but like when he gets into ad hominem stuff, it really bugs me.
What kind of
interview
health
I've
issue
ever
I
had.
have?
No, I'm sorry about your health issues. I really do, and I
I don't
feel
have
for
any
you.
health issues. I don't know what you're talking about. But bro, I have no
Okay,
idea
well,
what you're talking. But Brian, hold on.
There's
because
something. I mean, there's something wrong with you. You're saying racism doesn't exist. You
But
think
I
women
have
belong
no
in the
health
kitchen.
issues. You put a lie out there. I don't have any health issues. Now, if you're saying
somebody-
that I'm saying
okay.
this because I'm black and slow, that's a different thing.
It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. I just think that you're extremely ill-informed. You say things that are absolutely batshit crazy, like racism doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Even the most Okay, so what's the Klan
And
then?
you know
What's the
what?
Ku Klux Klan?
And you know what?
What's the Ku Klux Klan?
Brian,
What's the Ku Klux
and let me
Klan?
tell you, I got
What's
more
the Ku
proof.
Klux Klan?
Hold on.
Answer my question. What's the Ku Klux
Let me
Klan?
respond to your first question. I grew up in Alabama on a plantation. Did you know that?
No, what's the Ku Klux Klan?
I grew up on a plantation under the Jim Crow laws, and
Right.
I remember color only, white only, but it had nothing to do with racism.
Okay, tell me what the Ku Klux Klan is. What is that group?
They started out trying to stop blacks from, well, they
Right.
kept them out of the Democratic Party for sure.
Correct, because well, I guess it's not controversial for me to say this because it's true. The KKK was a Democrat-run organization.
Sure. And
Okay,
then
I
they
didn't
got
ask you about the
mad.
Democrat.
And they were trying to keep black people out of the Democratic Party when it came to politics.
Party.
They kept them out of the Democratic Party.
Yep.
And then the blacks and some other whites got together and they started the Republican Party. And the Klan got mad because the blacks were rising in power in the government. They were like congressmen and senators and things like that. And so the KKK tried to stop them for political reasons, not because of their color. But Brian, because of time, I'm gonna have to move on here.
So hold on, the Ku Klux. So hold on, just for the record, the Ku Klux Klan is not a racist organization. Is that what you're saying?
No, racism doesn't
I mean,
exist.
this is just the dumb.
Our battle.
I mean, what do we?
Our battle is
even
a
doing here?
spiritual battle, Brian. It's a battle between good
Good
and
and
evil.
evil.
It has nothing to do with
Jesse,
color. But I
Jesse,
gotta
you're
ask you
just
one
not-
thing about the civil rights movement. You brought that up. Did you
You want to talk to me about the civil rights movement, and you're not even willing to admit the Ku Klux Klan is a racist organization? You
Right.
might be the most ignorant person that's ever.
Coming from the person who doesn't know that it's not Ku Klux, it's Ku Klux.
How can they be racist when racism doesn't exist?
Because they've literally murdered people because of the color of their skin, and it's not my fault. You're too stupid to understand
There's
that.
no proof that they murdered people because of the color of the skin.
Yes, there is. There are people in jail right now. There are people in jail right now that have committed hate crimes, that have killed and murdered people back in the 60s and 70s.
It was because of
You
hate.
have no idea what you're talking
It
about.
was because of hate, not because of color.
A hate crime. Do you understand the definition of what a hate crime is? You don't even know what that means,
hate
do you?
crimes.
No, all crimes are not
When the last
hate
time
crimes.
you seen a love crime?
Will you listen? There's a category in our laws that say if you kill somebody and murder somebody because of their religion or the color of their skin, it is a harsher punishment. You don't even know what the definition of a hate crime
when
is.
the last time you seen a love crime?
Did you not listen to what I just said?
I understand what you said, but I don't agree with that.
There are different, it doesn't matter whether you agree with it or not. It's in our court system. Don't you listen?
Right.
There are different categories of murder. No, just listen. I'm trying to educate you on one thing in this whole interview. Please listen. When you commit something called a hate crime and you're convicted, it means you murdered somebody because of race or sexual orientation. It is a separate category from just a first-degree murder. It's a harsher punishment. How is it possible that you do a talk show and you don't even know what a hate crime is?
All crime or hate crime. There's no such thing as love crime.
All right. Okay,
But
whatever
Brian,
you say, Jesse, let's get this over
about
with.
the civil rights movement. Did you know that the civil rights movement was the worst thing that ever happened to the blacks and to the country? Other than it was worse. The only worst thing other than that was abortion. But did you know that the civil rights movement was the worst thing that ever happened to the blacks?
This must be where he loses his mind.
I feel like I'm talking to the black version of Charlie Kirk right now. No, that's not true, sir. And there's many African Americans that would disagree with you on the civil rights movement and Martin Luther King being a hero. You guys were in the back of buses.
Martin King is not a hero. Martin Luther King is a zero.
You guys. Okay, well, you're an asshole for saying that. You're an idiot. Well, you can laugh all you want. You're not a serious person.
Why are
You're
you
calling
calling me
Martin Luther.
names?
Guess what? You're a zero. You're a buffoon. You have me come on your show and you're going to insult Martin Luther King and you're going to call Martin Luther King a zero. He died so that like you could do shows like this.
No, he didn't.
Died
No,
so
he
that you
didn't.
have the freedom.
That's not true.
Oh, please. You are such a
He doesn't even know what Martin Luther. What are you? He said that Martin Luther King died for... Oh! This dude frustrates me so bad, dude.
A buffoon. It's an embarrassment that I even agreed to do this show.
That whole civil rights movement was about taking over the hearts and
Let the Wilsons know that I'll box this nerd for them.
minds of the black.
So let me get this right. To Jesse and all of his listeners right now.
I think our age is about the same. He might be younger than me. I'll still dust him.
Let me make an announcement. So to Jesse, Martin Luther King is a zero, but Donald Trump is the great white hope. You are a moron, Jesse. You're a moron, and you are brainwashed. Don't Brian me. You're a moron is what you are. And I can't wait to post this on social media to show everybody what
He always says it. I can't wait to post this on my show, on my social media, because it's going to make you look so bad. When really, he's the one who looks so retarded in everything he does.
an idiot you actually are. Martin Luther King is a zero, but Donald Trump is the great white hope. You are an imbecile, and you are Donald Trump's base. Extremely stupid people. You have an IQ of like 20.
Brian.
You're an imbecile.
And that woman, Coretta Scott King, I think her name. No, not Coretta King. The one that got her on the bus. Oh, my God.
How do people work for this guy?
And Rosa
How do you guys work for this guy?
Brian, the Rosa Parks thing was a setup by the NAACP.
Right. Like I said, the black version of Alex Jones. Here it comes. Yeah.
Rosa Parks didn't.
Is it Alex Jones or Charlie Kirk? Like, he can't even get his thoughts together. He's so triggered and so emotional right now that he can't even like get his thoughts out in a productive manner. His brain is scrambled because he's just so amped up on his like emotional like appeals to everything. That's what happens when you do emotional appeals to everything. You get overcome with emotion, and then everything that comes out, the madder you get, the more emotional you get, and that's his issue. Is he
didn't get on the bus?
Right.
Oh Lord, I'm tired. I ain't going to the back. That was a setup between organized by Martin, the NAACP. That was set up, buddy.
Right.
But Brian, I got to put you on the hot seat because of time.
Let me be very clear. You're not my buddy, so please don't call me that. You're the last person I would ever hang out with or have a beer with.
Are you
I think
serious?
You're a complete imbecile. But go ahead. Yeah, you're an imbecile.
Are you serious, Brian?
Yeah. Anybody who thinks that Martin Luther King is a zero is a idiot. That's what you are.
So, Brian, I got to put you on the hot seat. I need you to answer these questions as quickly as possible because of time, all right?
I'm sure they'll be really, really intelligent questions. I'm sure you put it together all by yourself.
The hot seat. Hey, yeah, it's bad.
Brian,
or it's still here, but
woman?
Yep, I knew he would start off with the dumbest possible question imaginable. You really want me to answer that? Is that a serious question? What's a woman?
As quickly as possible. What is a woman?
Of all the questions you could have asked, that's the question you ask me? What's a woman?
Yes.
Oh, my God, this is the dumbest person on the planet. I believe
Answer
a
the
woman
question.
is someone who was born a woman with a vagina. Okay, next question.
Should we give the blacks reparations?
Should we give the blacks reparations?
Yes.
I think it depends on circumstance. I'm not a huge fan of reparations today in 2026. I'm not a huge fan of reparations, but I do believe if you have a black person and a white person that are both qualified for the same job, I would give it to the black person. But I don't know if I would consider that reparations.
My dream team is Donald Trump, Bibi Netanyahu, and Putin. Is that an amazing dream team?
Your dream team is an evil, murderous dictator, a rapist, and a war criminal. Congratulations, sir. Your kids must be very proud of you.
How about
Do you have any daughters?
How about Netanyahu and Putin?
Yeah, they're both evil dictators. Benjamin Netanyahu is a war criminal, but I'm not surprised that an idiot like you would call Martin Luther King.
Abortion or slavery?
I'm going to finish my sentence because you just interrupted me. I'm not surprised that an idiot like you would say.
Because you're supposed to be answering these as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I'll answer it the way I want to. Martin Luther King Jr., you say.
And that's the problem. He wants to answer every single question, whether it's a debate or anything. He wants to answer it the way he wants to. It's such a childish, like childish mindset. It's like, oh, I want to answer it the way I want to, or I'm not gonna. If I don't get my way, I'm gonna get all angry and like get fucked, bro. Sorry, an hour and a half of this dude is just like it brings the mean Mr. J out, and I don't like being mean unless they deserve it. Unless he deserves getting made fun of.
Is a zero, but you're praising Putin because you're a complete idiot. But go ahead.
Brian, which would you rather see as president? Gavin Newsom, Kanye West, J.D. Vance, or Ben Shapiro?
The fact that you even put Kanye West on that list because he's an anti-Semitic idiot and a Holocaust denier is an embarrassment.
Which one
I
of
would
those
choose anybody.
would you rather see as president?
I would absolutely choose Gavin Newsom over J.D. Vance, if that's the question.
Have you ever tasted something that was so good
you want to smack
it made
your
you
mama?
want to slap your mama?
Yeah, that'll be the second this show is over with, and I don't have to talk to you anymore.
Are UFOs real?
Well, since you're the black version of Alex Jones, I'm sure you probably do think they are.
Is the Earth flat or round?
You're the type of person with an IQ that I would imagine probably thinks the Earth is flat.
That's
But
amazing.
no, the Earth is round. The Earth is round, sir.
True or false?
When she's crying, she's lying.
When she's crying, she's lying. I don't even know what you're saying.
When she's crying, she's lying.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. People cry all the time. What are you talking about?
No,
what are you talking about?
When she's crying, she's lying.
Who? Who's
Women.
crying? Who's she?
Women.
Whenever she's crying.
He's saying women in general.
Can I ask you a question? Who put these together? You? Did you put these questions together?
Right. Have you?
Yeah.
You're not gonna, can you respond to that real fast?
I can't respond to a question when I don't even understand the question. When she's crying, she's lying. I don't know what you're talking about.
True or false?
I don't know what you're talking about. Who's she? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what the question is.
Any she, he said.
Have you ever called a woman fat?
No, I have not, but something leads me to believe that you have.
Do you love white people?
I love everybody if they're a decent human being, which I don't think you are.
Do you love white people?
I love everybody if I think they're a
decent
human being.
He didn't ask you about everybody.
I don't care what the color of their skin is like you.
How about white people? Do you love white people?
Are you married, by the way? Let's talk about you, Jesse. Are you married?
Do you love white people?
I'll answer your question when you answer mine. Let's go back. Are you married, Jesse?
Because of time. Sending your child to a public school.
Because of time, right.
Sending your child to a public school is child abuse. True or false?
True. I'm homeschooling when I have
the dumbest question I've ever seen. Of course, that's not true. I wouldn't be surprised if you were a child abuser.
Did you have fun?
Did you have fun?
No, I didn't actually. I'm going to be honest, okay? And,
I appreciate you taking on the hot seat.
Are you a married guy?
Tell the folks how to get to your...
And I love how Jesse shut him down on every time he went to Sperg out and go off on a tangent. Jesse did an amazing job of saying, no, this is my show. You're my guest. This is the question. Answer the question. And then when he'd start getting off track, he'd be like, Brian.
Get to your information you want to put out there.
I'm sure your fans will love my show because...
Tell them how to find it because of time.
At PTL Radio Show, Pushing the Limits is the name of my show. On my program, I would never say that Martin Luther King is a zero. I don't make misogynist comments on my show. I don't have conspiracy theories like this guy. And I actually have an IQ over 20. But this man is Donald Trump's base. Extremely ignorant and ill-informed people.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate it, all right?
This was torture. Thank you, Jesse.
And thank you. Thank you all for tuning in. I absolutely appreciate
Beta.
it. Don't forget to...
is that it?
If you'd like to see other interesting guests on the show, contact my producer at Jesse Lee Peterson. No, I'm sorry. The producer at thefallenstate.tv.
It was good. It was funny. It didn't. He did. Jesse did not disappoint. I'll be honest with you. He did. He never disappoints. Like I said, I've seen the Fallen State before, um, but that was like before I started this whole YouTube thing. Once I started doing YouTube full time, I kind of just stopped having time to, because I used to watch Jesse's rate. Because when I wake up very early because I was in the military my whole adult life basically, and so I I don't sleep in. It's impossible for me, so I wake up early and I work out. Uh but now I'm just so busy that after I work out, I'm, checking comment sections of my show and, making content and stuff like that. So I don't have a lot of time to watch the Jesse Lee Peterson show, but I'm gonna start maybe watching his morning show on that he has, the live streams he has in the morning. I'm gonna try to start watching those during my workout because, man, this was amazing. Oh, and thank you all for recommending me take a look at this. And to the person in the comments who was like, "Wait till he calls MLK a zero," bro, he spurged out. I thought bro was gonna start crying. He literally went like this, and I was like, "Oh, oh, oh, amazing." Anyways, Jesse Lee Peterson's the goat. Rachel Wilson's the goat. Brian, 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 you're 0 for 2 so far. So let me know. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Also, if you want me to watch something else, I know people want me to watch the Jake Dyer thing. And he had like he just recently had another debate like either last night or the night before. And then also on the list I have Rachel Wilson and the anti-natalist lady. So yeah, let me know down in the comments if there's anything else you want me to watch. If it's the Wilsons or if it's Bryce Shep or whatever. Like, I love doing this content. I mean, I've only done 2 videos, but yeah, for me it's a nice change of pace. I'm really enjoying it. And yeah, a video that I thought was gonna like go bust basically, because like the first day it only had like 25 views on the first day, and I was like, this might not go very well. But then the algorithm did the algorithm thing, and now it's sitting at almost 1,000 views. So yeah. But these are fun. I don't care. Well, I do care about the views, but I care more about subscriber count. I'm trying to get to 100,000 this year. I think it'd be cool. But anyways, that's all I got. I'm gonna be making a video probably later about Brian and my brother and the contrast of a classic liberal like my brother and a brain dead retard like him, and show you, because they're basically talking about the same thing. They each made videos talking about the same thing, but you'll see the difference. And I want to put my brother's show. I want to give him a little, because he works hard on his videos and he only has I think like 10 subscribers, but he does it because he loves it. He doesn't care that he only has 10 subscribers. He loves being a YouTuber. So yeah, maybe I'll put his it's at the Book of Matthew, I think. But I'll put it in I'll put the link to his channel in the description of this video. And but then also when I make the video later on today, it's actually getting late. I'm gonna have a beer and then I'll probably do the one with my brother and Brian. But I'll also put my brother's info in the comment section of that. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, hit that super thanks button if you really want to help support the show. It really helps it a lot. Those super thanks really like go a long way. So yeah, if you got like 99 cents. Actually, I don't know how much they cost. I think they're like $1 or $2 or $3. I don't remember. But anyways, if you like this, if you want to help support the show, uh, super thanks, help a lot. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This has been with Mr. J with the Mr. J Show, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.